The holiday season is in full swing, and as people are checking off their shopping wish list, we thought it would be nice to go over a wish list for those who are in or near retirement. And we have the perfect guests to do that. Joining us this morning, George Fossing and Zach Jenkins, part of the team at Northstar Financial and Retirement Planning, a firm right here in Greenville helping people retire more successfully. They are also popular radio show hosts. Good morning. You have all your shopping done?
Merry Christmas, not even started.
I mean, a week from today.
I'm a guy.
A lot of boxes have begun to arrive.
They're starting to arrive now. You need to unpack them
Right.
and wrap them.
That's the worst part.
That's the hardest
The
part.
best part about Amazon is not having to go on Woodruff Road.
Yes. Doesn't matter.
People always know a gift is from me because of how it's wrapped.
Is it really good?
Excessive amount of tape. Usually no name tags, just Sharpie, write the
Just
name.
a little Sharpie. Hey,
there we go.
it's what's inside, right? that counts. Well, we thought it would be great to put together kind of a retirement wish list of things that should be on the list if you're thinking about hanging it up. So what do we got? What do we need to consider?
And a couple of the big things out there, which we talk about on a regular basis, is we believe it's so important too, is coming up with an income strategy in retirement. You know, being able to spend with confidence, Megan, which is a big deal. What we find over and over and over, people come in and they've got their nest egg, they've done a great job accumulating their wealth in their 401ks and their IRAs, selling a business or something, but how do you go about utilizing that and spending it and enjoying it without fear of outliving it
Right.
and being a victim of the stock market? So that's number one. I think that's for a lot of people. They might not realize it until they really see it.
Right.
Especially when they enter retirement. Folks that are watching this program that are retired might remember the day where their last paycheck came in and it's like, wow.
Like,
what do we do now?
yes.
Social Security is great. So that's it. And then really taking into account, which I think is more prevalent now, is the tax atmosphere. We just get taxed over and over, incoming, outgoing, and just trying to minimize that. It's just a huge component. I think people just have a tendency of putting that aside and say, well, this is what we have to pay, and that's not necessarily the case. So those are the two big ones on the wish list.
Okay, and I feel like too, like making money. I know you're not like actively working, but you probably still want to be making and generating some kind of income. How can we do that even though we're retired?
Well, you know, when you're working and you're receiving that paycheck, you're not having to dip into your savings and your investments.
Right.
So when you're not working, we talk about replacing that paycheck. So that's really where that solid income plan you know, comes in and the benefit of that. And in a review just a couple weeks ago, we had taken about a third of a client's portfolio. It's about $600,000, a third of the portfolio, and said its job is to create that income bucket. And they wanted to have about $6,000 a month on top of their Social Security. So it's about putting your money to work for you. And with just a third of their portfolio, we were able to generate about $6,000 a month to fill that gap that they wanted. So they're still able, you know, to generate that income that they want, and they're not having to dip into principal. That's really important.
At what point on this wish list do we need to put taxes and talk? I know that was like one of your, you know, top two, but at what point do I look at you and say, all right, George, let's have the tax
or
talk?
say it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. So the more you keep, the more efficient you are with taxes, tax planning, the better you are. And accolades to Travis, our CPA in the office, and Zach, as a certified financial planner. That's always part of the conversation when sitting down with people. You know, I think you do a great job really making clients aware of what opportunities are out there for tax savings, and I think a lot of people take that for granted.
Yeah, we just had a review the other day, and we went through a 5-year plan with a client, and he said, you know, my goal is just, I know I'm not going to avoid them, but I want to minimize them. And we went through the next 5 years and put together a plan where we're going to convert about $40,000 of his IRA each year. And he doesn't need to convert everything, but there was a number that just made sense. There's a line there, and you want to be somewhere around that, whatever the math says, tell you how much you want to convert, and that'll help him minimize his taxes over his retirement.
We love it. I love what you say. I hope you get all your shopping done. Good luck. And listen, if you would like to start this wish list, just give them a call. That's the first way to do it. You got to give them a call. Let them see what you're working with, and they can make your life a lot easier. Thank you so much, guys. Merry Christmas. Listen, if you are at home, if you're retired, or you're getting ready retired, and you have saved $500,000 or more for retirement, this team will sit down with you and personally customize a retirement plan just for you. It is completely free, y'all. It's a comprehensive, holistic plan that really includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and so much more to help you get through that retirement that you deserve. Call right now. Those spots are limited. You see the number on your screen, 707-9633.